The day the baby came home, the house changed. It wasn't a bad change, just louder, busier, filled with tiny cries and the shuffle of bottles, blankets, and sleepless parents. But in that change, Milo the cat disappeared into the corners. At first, his absence went unnoticed. He wasn't the type to demand attention. Just a quiet gray tabby who once ruled the arm of the sofa and greeted his humans when they came through the door. But soon he began to meow, long, drawn-out cries that echoed in the night, just as the babies did. At first, they thought he was jealous or maybe just confused. "Don't worry about him, he'll adjust," friends said. But weeks passed and Milo's cries grew more desperate. He would sit in the hallway, calling out over and over until his voice rasped. He stopped playing, stopped chasing the string toy he used to adore. Instead, he curled in his bed, motionless for hours. Food became his only comfort. By the second month, his soft frame thickened with weight. The parents, exhausted with the baby, grew irritated. "Why does he keep crying? We feed him, we change his litter, what else does he want?" One evening, the mother sat in the nursery rocking her child when Milo padded in. His eyes were wide, almost human in their sadness. He let out one of those hollow cries, then sat directly in front of her. Something about the sound cut through her exhaustion. It wasn't just noise, it was grief. She reached out and touched his head. His fur felt coarser, not the silky coat it once was. Milo leaned into her palm and purred faintly, the sound trembling. It hit her then. He wasn't adjusting. He was fading. That night, after the baby finally slept, the parents sat together and watched Milo curled in his bed. "We haven't been fair to him," the father admitted. "He's been part of this family longer than either of us. And we've made him feel like he doesn't matter anymore." The next day, they acted. They set aside 15 minutes just for Milo. No phones, no baby talk, just him. They brushed his fur, dangled his string toy, and whispered to him the way they used to. Slowly, his cries softened. His appetite leveled, and though the baby still filled the house with chaos, Milo began to find his place again, not forgotten, not replaced, but loved. Months later, when the child learned to crawl, it was Milo who watched carefully from the rug, a steady gray shadow. And when the baby's small hand reached out clumsily, Milo didn't move away. He purred, patient and calm, as if he'd been waiting all along. The parents realized then that Milo hadn't been crying just from jealousy. He had been crying to remind them, love isn't something you divide. It's something you make more of.